Former Warrior DiVincenzo is making a big impact for the Knicks in the playoffs.
Won't go. Hartenstein the rebound. Hartenstein gets it out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo a three. Bang! Bang! Knicks take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds remaining.
Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game. DDV's heroics in clutch moments serve as a reminder of what he brought to Golden State last year. As the NBA playoffs unfold with nightly dramatic showdowns, one can't help but notice the absence of the Golden State Warriors, whose dynasty shone brightly over the past decade but dimmed the season with a disappointing play-in tournament failure. While the Warriors lick their wounds and try to figure out what it will take to draw a bit more energy from their championship-level experience, it's a fitting moment to take a look at one of their former comrades who's playing with all his heart on the big stage now. Did anyone catch when Donte DiVincenzo, a member of last season's Warriors squad, drilled a third monster three-pointer for the New York Knicks to seal the victory in Game 2 against the Philadelphia 76ers? I love seeing this for DDV, a guy who was a key piece in Golden State's title defense last season. He reached a career-best 39.7% from beyond the arc, learning the ways of the Splash Brothers that prepared him perfectly for his new role with the Knicks. According to Sports Illustrated, DDV also dished out 3.5 assists per game, also a personal best. He played 24 of the last 25 games, during which he averaged 10.3 points and 5.1 rebounds. Golden State went 14-10 during that stretch when he started and 21-15 in DiVincenzo's total 36 games last year. He also knew his way around delivering clutch bombs when the Warriors needed him to. This season, he set a new career high with 40% from deep and established the Knicks' all-time record for most three-pointers in a single game, sinking 11 triples a month ago against the Detroit Pistons. Losing DiVincenzo in the offseason was inevitable, considering Golden State's tight cap situation, so it's great to see him finding a new home and showcasing his talent and courage on the primetime stage. After all, they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. The Knicks are currently seeking a 3-0 advantage in their series against the 76ers. Curry and Podziemski, double winners in Golden State Warriors season award simulations. NBA individual awards have begun rolling out in recent days, with Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry still in the running for Clutch Player of the Year as one of the three nominees. After a disappointing season where they finished 10th and were eliminated in the first round of the play-in tournament, Curry was unsurprisingly the lone Warriors player nominated for an NBA award. But what if the categories were applied to the Warriors themselves? Which players would emerge as winners if the Golden State Warriors handed out individual awards at the end of the season? The award winners are quite obvious and conclusive, with 4 winners in the 6 categories. Let's take a closer look. MVP, Stephen Curry. Who else? Curry averaged 26.4 points on 45% shooting from the field and 40.8% from three-point range, earning his 10th All-Star selection in the process. The 36-year-old often carried the Warriors on his shoulders this season, with the franchise lamenting the lack of star support for their top player. Rookie of the Year, Brandon Podziemski. Golden State had not one but 2 impactful rookies this season, with Brandon Podziemski and Tracy Jackson-Davis showcasing significant positives in a disappointing year. Ultimately, this award goes to Podziemski, whose volume and ability to impact the game in multiple ways overshadow Jackson-Davis' case. The 19th overall pick averaged 9.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists, earning Steve Kerr's trust to play 26.6 minutes per game. Podziemski shot 38.5% from three-point range and led the entire league in free throw attempts, numbers that make him a serious contender for the All-NBA Rookie First Team. Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green. Following official rules, Draymond Green is ineligible for any awards as he played in fewer than 65 games this season. However, selecting any other Defensive Player of the Year is simply wrong, such was the impact the 34-year-old had as Golden State surged in the second half of the season. Green made a significant impact as the team's starting center for a significant period before showcasing some game-winning defensive plays once he returned to his usual forward role alongside Jackson-Davis. The four-time All-Star had the most defensive win shares, the best defensive plus-minus, and the same best defensive rating for the team. Sixth Man of the Year, Brandon Podziemski. Chris Paul would have been the favorite for this award at the start of the season, but a hand fracture caused the 12-time All-Star to miss 21 games in January and February. Podziemski briefly became a starter in place of franchise legend Klay Thompson at one point, but the 21-year-old still played 46 of his 74 games coming off the bench. Most Improved Player, Jonathan Kuminga. If Podziemski and Jackson Davis were two of the brightest spots, they were only eclipsed by Jonathan Kuminga's rise starting in January. The third-year forward became a scoring force for Golden State, whose edge prowess became a nightmare for opposing defenses to stop. Kuminga elevated his scoring average to 16.1 points this season on 52.9% shooting and is an obvious Most Improved Player for the Warriors as he became a league-wide award candidate during the second half of the season. Clutch Player of the Year, Stephen Curry. Curry led the entire league in clutch scoring this season, doing so with high efficiency at 49.6% from the field, 45.7% from three-point range, and 95.1% from the free throw line. Naturally, he would win Clutch Player of the Year for the Warriors. Stephen Curry crowned NBA Clutch Player of the Year. Golden State Warriors star, Stephen Curry, has been named the second-ever recipient of the NBA Clutch Player of the Year award, announced by the league on Thursday. Introduced last year when Sacramento Kings guard De'Aaron Fox took home the Jerry West Trophy, the award honors the player who best stands out for their teammates, according to the NBA. Curry edged out Chicago Bulls forward DeMar DeRozan for the honor. Curry received 45 first-place votes, worth 5 points each, 18 second-place votes, 3 points each, and 19 third-place votes, 1 point each, for a total of 298 points on a media voting panel. DeRozan finished with 272 points, including 34 first-place votes. Oklahoma City Thunder star, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, landed third with 160 points, including 11 first-place votes. Curry led the league with 189 points in clutch situations, defined by the league as possessions in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime when the margin is 5 points or fewer. Curry shot 49.6% overall, 45.7% from the three-point range, and 95.1% from the free throw line in clutch situations. The future Hall of Famer and two-time league MVP just wrapped up his 15th NBA season averaging 26.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.1 assists per game while shooting 40.8% from deep. However, the Warriors fell short in the Western Conference play-in round. Thanks for staying up to date with the latest news about the Golden State Warriors. We hope you enjoyed the insights and highlights we shared. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for real-time updates on the most exciting team in the NBA. Feel free to share your ideas and opinions about the Golden State Warriors. Let's root together for the success of the Warrior.